Hare Krishna. Welcome you all for our e-Gurukul sessions, and very happy to see all of you day by day coming so consistently. So if you want to reach the destination, we should not leave the journey. So I was hearing a lecture of our spiritual master. He was telling in one question answer discussion. So be in the bus, don't get down from the bus. If we leave the bus, then we'll not reach the destination. So that's what Prabhupada says, never leave ISKCON. Always be with the devotees, always keep in the association, so that some or other, even if we're not able to do on our own, but by the mercy of devotees and the Lord, by their kindness, we'll be able to go on in our life in Krishna consciousness. And that's what very congratulations to all of you for being so consistently coming and showing your eagerness to learn. So surely Prabhupada will be very happy to see. Basically, this forum is made so that it can give a nice learnings what Srila Prabhupada has given to all of us, so that we can become all better servant. So surely it will attract the grace of the Lord and the Prabhupada's mercy. Thank you. Let us begin with the prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayham Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakharnatamscha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratvishe Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So let us begin our today's Mahabharata discussion. One of the devotee was commenting, one of the student, he was telling,
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Krishna, Hare Krishna. The devotee was telling, these Tuesday sessions are very, very amazing. Because Mahabharata everyone likes, in the sense because there is a fight, there is a suspense, there is a lot of thrill is involved. Yeah, so that's because the soul's nature is to be always active in various kinds of relationships. But then one should not yeah, Akul Prabhu, yeah, he's only missing, I think, today in my watch recording. Yeah, so but the goal should not be forgotten, to learn something great for our life, how one should live and what thing one should do and what thing one should not do, right? So that's the whole point. So let's begin. So last week we stopped here, how upon the discussion with the rishis in the forest, Mother Kunti, along with the 5 sons, now who are kind of fatherless, they don't have no father, so they all came back to which place they came back?
Hastinapur.
I thought Hyderabad. Yeah, they came back to Hastinapur. Kunti, Mother Kunti, along with the 5 sons, they returned back to Hastinapur. And then who was there to welcome in the beginning? Welcome in the sense all the rishis and everyone was there. Who welcomed them? In the front lead, who took? Who was that personality? Who remembered? Everyone as such, the names are mentioned. Dhritarashtra was in a grief. Everyone was in a grief. But especially that personality was in the lead. He was welcoming, giving the hospitality of washing the feet and then welcoming them. Anyone remember? Yeah, that was Bhishma. Is a Bhishma, correct? So Bhishma welcomed, right? And then finally the rishis disappeared. And then the Bhishma took them inside and gave them the proper place, right? And that's what we stopped here. Yeah, now let's see what happened. Let me read the last paragraph. At the end of the morning period, the Kurus performed the Pandus Shraddha. They distributed vast amounts of food and wealth to the Brahmins on behalf of the departed souls. Then life returned to normal in Hastinapur, and Pandu's sons took their place in the royal family. So that's what the situation stopped. Now what happened? Let's see. It was at that time. Are you all able to see the screen, right? Is the Veda-based screen, is it visible? I'm reading little fast. Yeah, I'm reading little fast, so at least all of you can see the words here. Yeah. It was at that time that Vyasa chose to again appear in the city. So all of you know, right? Vyasa has that, he has given that benediction to Satyavati. That yes, you can call me anytime, things, and also that's what. Then he came. He spoke privately to the beloved and sorrowful Satyavati. Oh mother, fearful and terrible times lie ahead. Directly he gave a kind of what we call inauspicious news. Very bad things are going to come now. The dark age of Kali now approaches. Sin increases day by day. Soon by the evil acts of the Kurus, your race will be destroyed and a great havoc will be wrought in the world. Vyasa gave the warnings to Satyavati. Vyasa advised his mother to immediately retire to the forest rather than staying to witness the pain and horror that would soon follow. So Vyasa Maharshi and even the Narad Rishi and the great personalities, they're called as a Trikaladarshi. What is meaning by Trikaladarshi? Trikaladarshi. What is meaning by Trikaladarshi? Three means what? What is meaning by three? Hare Krishna. Quick. Yeah, you can unmute and see. Yeah. Three means the three, right? Yeah. And then Kala means the time. The 3 times. What are the 3 times? The past, present, and a future. And Darshi means darshan, to see. Able to see. So the great personality, by the greatness of the Lord, they're able to see the past, present, and future also. So Vyasa predicted the future. Oh mother, don't stay here. Don't, yeah. Keep a mute, Lakshit. Yeah. Yeah. Don't stay here. Go back immediately, because leave to the forest. Instead of staying and witnessing the pain and horror, better you retire to the forest. She should devote herself to yoga practice and meditation, because that's the goal, right? Pancham Varshat Vanam, what is that saying? One should retire to the forest after the age of 50. So Vyasa telling to his mother that better, and don't wait. The things are very inauspicious going to come. Nothing is, there's no point to stay back and witness. After Vyasa left, Satyavati reflected on his words. She decided to follow his advice. She then told her two daughters-in-law of her intentions and asked Pandu's distraught mother, Ambalika, to accompany her. The two royal ladies soon left for the forest to dedicate themselves to asceticism. So Ambalika, the Pandu's mother, through Vyasa it was been born Pandu, right? Through Ambalika. And then the Satyavati also, both retired to the forest for asceticism. In time, they gave up their bodies and went joyfully to the higher regions. Ambika remained at Hastinapur with her son Dhritarashtra. So the goal of our human life is to go back home, back to God. So life is like a journey. In a railway, you see, in a coach, when you sit, there are 8 seats, 1, 2, 3, upper, lower, middle, and then the side are 2. So that's called as a one coach. In one coach, 8 seats are there, and you are traveling, let's say, with your family of 3 members. Other 5 members are coming from different places. So for time being, we come together, and then as per one's destination, everyone gets down also. Right? So same way in our life also. Now for time being, we all are together. We ourselves, then our father, mother, then our brothers, sisters, then our uncles, aunt, then our other relatives and all friend circles. This all came as per the time we all came together. And as the time will go, everyone again continue their journey, get down from the journey, right? Means basically everyone have to leave our bodies and go to further destination. So the relationships of this world are in one sense temporary. But then the great thing is that if we really work upon cultivating Krishna consciousness, then with the help of Krishna, we all go to the higher destination. Every one of us connected in the family, right? So that's the with the help of Vyasa, Satyavati, and they understood. Now we all came. Now this is a thing that's going to come ahead. So now it's the time for us to retire from our journey and then focus on our destination. So that's what they made a wise choice, and they attend the higher regions. They went joyfully. So chapter 3 ends. Now chapter 4. Duryodhana begins his evil schemes. So now the turning point starts. This is what Mahabharata, many of us we know. Let's read. The Pandavas began to enjoy life in Hastinapur. They sported with 100 sons of Dhritarashtra, who became known as the Kauravas. So generally as a friends, they're of like kind of a little same age. Who are the elders? Pandavas are elders or Kauravas are the elders?
Pandavas are elders, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Pandavas are elders.
Yeah. From which episode we remember Pandavas are elder? What is the proof? Yes, we read that also.
Yes, Prabhuji. After hearing that already Kunti has given sons, that time she can't bear, Prabhuji, the mother of the Kauravas. So
yeah. What is her name? Yeah, correct.
Gandhari? Yeah,
Gandhari. Gandhari, yeah, correct. Gandhari.
Yeah, she will be unable to bear, so she will
beat her womb. Yeah.
Yeah, beat the
womb. Yeah, stomach, the womb. That's what there was a problem. So that is a proof, shows that Pandavas were the elder. But still they kind of a same age group, little seniority. So they all, as a friends, they play together. Pandu's sons excelled the Kauravas in all areas, in strength, knowledge, and prowess with weaponry. Bhima was especially powerful, and he took delight in defeating the Kauravas in sport. Right? Bhima. They could not equal him in anything. The exuberant Bhima possessed the indefatigable power of his divine father. Indefatigable. Nobody can defeat, nobody can match the Bhima. That was his power. At wrestling and fighting, he was unapproachable and could easily hold off the attacks of any number of Kauravas. It's so powerful. Out of the boyish sense of fun, he would often play practical jokes on them, laughing when they became angered and tired futilely to get back at him. So generally, as a sportive spirit, they make a fun or a taunt, and then naturally Bhima has a great powers and things, and he wanted to fight, so he used to provoke them. Okay, come fight, make some jokes, and get them back for fight. Right. So now let's see. Now what happened? Duryodhana in particular found Bhima's antics and power intolerable. So Duryodhana was the eldest. That's what it is written. As the eldest son of the blind king Duryodhana, as the eldest son of the blind king, Duryodhana had enjoyed the most prestige in the Kuru house. The Kuru elders had carefully raised him and trained him in the kingly arts, thinking of him as the potential future emperor. So something anyone remember about Duryodhana before also we read? Here it is written they raised him very
when
nice.
he was born, all the foxes and not foxes, wolves were howling and
yeah. So it was an inauspicious birth. It was an inauspicious birth. It was told also to leave that boy and then get rid of him to save your dynasty, but Duryodhana could not. That's what, mindful of the omen seen at his birth, right? That's what the next line it is written. The elders were especially careful to teach him moral codes. Right? So samskara bhaved dvija, that one line comes. By having samskara in life, then only one can become the proper person. So it's very much important. That's why chanting every day Hare Krishna is our spiritual practice, because Kali Yuga, it is very difficult to know what all samskaras are there and what all things to be. So Vedic process is very intricate, and there are no qualified brahmanas also. So that's why regularly coming in the association of devotees, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, studying Srila Prabhupada books, at least that will keep us in a good samskaras. That will bring out the good moral codes. So especially like a Duryodhana's case, it was already predicted. So they were trying. The prince was both powerful and capable in all areas of weaponry and politics, and was accustomed to being the center of attention in the royal palace since his birth. When the Pandavas arrived, however, all that changed. So till now, Duryodhana was the center in the whole palace. But as soon as Pandavas' sons arrived, the Pandavas arrived, Pandu's sons, because they were gentle, modest, and devoted to their elders, they soon became dear to Bhishma, Vidur, and the other seniors, like a Kuru, other senior Kurus. Their behavior was a welcome change from that of Duryodhana and his brothers, who tended to be self-centered and proud and often quite arrogant. So how is our behavior? We have to check. How is our dealings? Does the people want to run away from us? Or do the people, they want to be with us and want to be friend with us, and they don't find to they don't mind to talk to us, open us, and share with us? Or do the people create like, let's say, I'll give one simple example. Let's say some boy, let's say in the room, some dead rat is, let's say, in a home, in one of the room, the dead rat is there. The rat is dead and it is lying down. So how it will be detected? How will come to know? Yes?
The smell?
The smell will come, right? Very, very intolerable smell. After a few hours only or so, that rotten smell starts coming. And then immediately we start looking, oh, where is that dead rat? What happened? Let us throw it out and clean the place. And when the place is clean and all, then that place is very, very fragrant. We'll clean, we'll put a phenyl, and then what are all the, what do you call, chlorine and many, many other liquids, and clean everything properly. Then it is fresh and clean. Everyone would like to stay in that place. So same way, these impure qualities like a self-centeredness, being a proud, being arrogant, not obedient, or lying the people, cheating them. So these all kinds of like a dead rat. Then what happened when we have these kind of qualities, which is described in Bhagavad Gita, 16th chapter, Daivi Sampat and Asuri Sampat, the divine and the demoniac natures. So in the demoniac natures, if we have such kind of wrong qualities, then our life also starts stinking. And then nobody will like to be with us. Like a dead rat place, nobody like to be there because it's very intolerable. So such dealing also will make our relationship with the people also intolerable. Then what happened? We may go on getting many things, but then we'll not be able to have our relationships, to share our joy, to have the friendship and all. But on the contrary, if you have a very good qualities, like here it is written, being gentle, modest, being humble, honest, truthful, being devoted to the elders, then such quality naturally is like a clean heart, where everyone like to come, the clean place. Right? Then naturally that becomes the, everyone loves, oh, so nice, so good. Right? So that's what it's important. So one of the statement, his one is Bhakti Tirth Swami, he mentions, he's a very senior disciple of Prabhupada. So he mentions in his lectures in the talks, the 4 principles of Vaishnava community. So one of the principle he says, how one should live with each others, treat others as you want others to treat you. Right? Now you want others how to treat yourself. What do you expect from others? Yes, let us hear from somebody who has not spoken. How do you expect others should treat you? Anyone? Lakshit Prabhu or somebody is there? Yeah, I'd like to share. How do you want others to treat us? Huh? Okay, anyone else please share? Nobody knows.
In a good way.
We want others to treat us in a good way, correct? So then we should also treat others in a same way, in a good way. So then for treating others in a good way, then naturally one should have the good qualities. And to have a good qualities, we should have a God in our life. Godly qualities will naturally come when we connect to the God. So Pandavas were so well, why? Because they were born in a very devoted way. Whereas Duryodhana and then the 100 sons, already by birth only it was being shown inauspiciousness. And on the top of that, they were pampered, and then they became like a quite arrogant and proud and self-centered. That's why naturally now see what happens now. Duryodhana quickly became envious of his 5 cousins. His envy grew up like an oil-fed fire when he saw Bhima's pranks. What is meaning by oil-fed fire? His envy grew like an oil.
Growing anger.
Sorry, growing?
Growing envy. Like his envy.
Why it is written oil-fed fire? Oil-fed fire.
Prabhuji, once if oil spills anyway, once if it caught fire, it will spread away like a wildfire. We can't stop it.
Yeah. Okay. One more quality. This is one thing.
Put oil in fire, it will grow and grow.
Yes, correct. So it spreads like anything, and then it increases more. You put a oil, again the fire increases more. So this is a nature. So with the Bhima's prank are like putting oil, and Duryodhana's envy is like a fire. So Bhima was giving a pranks, and then the Duryodhana was burning more and more with his envy. So one is not able to tolerate it. Sometimes it happens also, right? We see somebody is excelling more than us, somebody is doing more better than us. So how do we feel? Are we feeling envious? Then we are only getting lost ourselves. But are we feeling, okay, yes, so nice he's doing, so nice he's speaking, let me also see, let me also inquire how does he do, and then let me also practice. Then we'll be able to grow. So one should not feel envious. Envy, if we feel, then that means we are envying Krishna only, because all these gifts are given by Krishna to individuals. Then if you're not able to tolerate, then naturally we're feeling envy with Krishna only. So that should not happen. So this has been spoken here. Let's see further. After another day of humiliation at Bhima's hands, Duryodhana felt he would take no more. So it became a big height now. It's too much. How much he will make a taunt upon us and things. He spoke with Dushasan, the next eldest of the 100 Kauravas. So all the names are DD only. Duryodhana, Dushasan, all the Durgun, all the bad names only. Dear brother, this Bhima is a constant thorn in our sides. He challenges all hundreds of us at once and throws us about like pieces of straw. We cannot better him at anything. Yeah, just a minute. Why even at eating he humbles us by consuming as much as 20 of us put together. Something has to be done to check his pride. Yeah, just keep a mute. Yeah, Vaibhav. So this is how it was a kind of a so for eating, for fighting, for jokes, it was becoming intolerable. Duryodhana's eyes narrowed as he spoke. His intentions were vicious. The prince was inclined to wicked acts, and he had been spurred by his uncle Shakuni, who had taken up residence in Hastinapur. So his uncle, generally uncle should guide in a nice way, not uncle everyone. So, but then spurred means he increased his more wicked plans for Bhima and all.
Prabhuji, your voice is not coming.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Is it problem for everyone? Hare Krishna. You all are able to hear or sound is not? Hare Krishna. Yeah, is it audible or still it's not coming? Okay. So I'll just read this remaining paragraph, then we'll stop. The Gandhara,
now your voice is coming.
Yeah. The Gandhara prince had been offended by Bhishma's decision to give his sister to the blind Dhritarashtra rather than to Pandu. So Gandhara prince, who is this Gandhara prince? Anyone understood?
Yeah, Prabhu, Shakuni.
Yes. All of you remembered before we read how the marriage with Dhritarashtra was happening, and then Bhishma had gone on behalf of Dhritarashtra. There the Shakuni name was it. She's the same only. So he became very, very upset because it was given to a blind person. Somehow I think he got again changed his mind. So now he wanted to take a revenge. He involved himself in a court intrigues in order to find a way to revenge himself against Bhishma. Hurting the Pandavas, who were obviously dear to Bhishma, was one good way. And of course, he would simultaneously be advancing the cause of his sister's son. Duryodhana was a willing accomplice. The boy saw his scheming uncle as a mentor. When Duryodhana had come to him complaining about Bhima, it did not take much to convince him to do something terrible to the Pandava boy. So birds of same feather flock together. So Shakuni also had the same motives to destroy Bhishma. And then Duryodhana also wanted Pandavas, especially Bhima and all. So Bhishma will get hurt when the Pandavas are getting destroyed. So both of them, they came together and then started scheming. And now what kind of action they take and how further goes, that's our next discussion. But it's very, very important to understand how mind tricks us, how mind takes us to such extent. And then from whom we are consulting. Here Duryodhana is taking guidance from mentor like his uncle Shakuni, who is also envious. Kind of in a grievance mode. So naturally, then he will also get a guidance in a similar way. And then finally, the destruction happens. So quickly, can you give one answer? I'll ask you one similar question in this line. Who was that personality who has also been misguided? And then finally, it brought out evil things. Here, Duryodhana is being misguided. No, here that's correct. Here we're reading Duryodhana is getting misguided by Shakuni. And that's what the whole things are turning up now. Any other example from scripture who was being misguided and then the whole things came up? Yeah, very nice. Very good. I was also thinking same. Kaikeyi was being misguided by? Who was that personality who misguided Kaikeyi? Quickly. Yeah.
Is it Mandaraka?
Not Mandaraka, Manthara.
Okay.
Yeah, Manthara, correct. Yeah. So all of us, we know the episodes, right? So it's very much important from whom we are taking consultation.
Prabhu, I have a doubt.
Yeah, just a minute. We'll have a doubt session also after this. Yeah, just a minute. So it's very much important to know, yeah. So whom we are hearing, whom we are following, it's very much important. So Duryodhana now already he had inauspicious things in his life, and on the top of that, now that inauspiciousness is now accelerating with the ill association of all these other peoples. So we have to be careful. And thanks to Srila Prabhupada for giving us this nice opportunity to keep ourselves in a good association with this. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. So today basically we saw the 2 points about the good qualities and the bad qualities. Bad qualities are like a dead rat and good qualities are like a clean heart where everyone will like to come and decide. And then the next point we saw about from whom we are taking guidance and counseling. So Srila Prabhupada has given us this nice thing. So let us take advantage of that very properly with the association of devotees. Thank you all very much for joining, and let us end with Vaishnava Pranam. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindubhya vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna.